So, something very funny happened today, and I want to tell you guys about it. But before I start, a quick backstory. Over time, I've had friends who stop by my place here, to talk about apps they are building, talk about their platform, their business. I've also had, friends who are also YouTubers and content creators come around as well. And today was one of those days. If a friend of mine stopped by and we're hanging out, talking about work and all of that. And and I ordered food. I ordered food with Glovo app. While I was doing that, they asked me what my address was, or what my address is. They also asked me the floor number and a bunch of like really detailed information. So I kept thinking they were going to deliver the food directly to my doorstep, right? Because I mean, they asked for my address, they asked for the floor number. Um, I don't think they asked for the room number, but they kind of like just it was very very specific. So I entered all of those details, and we're just talking here. And delivery guy showed up. He was outside. He called and he was like, "Yo, I'm around." And I was like, "Yeah, I see that you're around. Where are you?" It's like, "Yo, I'm outside." So where I live, I'm floors up, right? Like way up. So he was downstairs. So I told him on the app, it says to enter my floor number. I thought you were going to deliver to my door. It's like, like ordering pizza in some countries out there where they basically deliver the pizza to your door. So I assumed he was going to deliver the food to my door. And this guy snapped. I told him to come upstairs to my floor number, and basically my door is there. And then he snapped. He was like, "No, that's not how it works. How can I tell him to come upstairs? That he cannot come upstairs." Like he just went up on me. I was like, "What's going on? Are we fighting?" And he said, "No, we are not fighting, but that's not how we do things. That's not how we do it. I cannot come upstairs." But on your app was asking me what my floor number was. I thought you were going to deliver to my door. And after explaining, he kept quiet. Yeah. After explaining, he went on again. He was like, "Oga, no, no, no be so." He was speaking pidgin. He was like, "Oga, no be so, no be so. You need to come downstairs. For security purposes, that's not how we do things. I cannot come to your." And he went on and on and on. I was like, "You know what? No problem. I'm just going to leave everything I'm doing and come downstairs." So I went downstairs, met with him, we shook hands, and we started talking. And I asked him, "What's happening? Like, why didn't you deliver the food upstairs? Your app clearly says to enter the floor number. I thought you were going to come to the floor number." And and he said there was a time that someone delivered food through the Glovo app, right? A delivery guy who owns a bike delivered food, and left his bike at the gate, came upstairs to deliver the food to wherever he was delivering the food to. And by the time he went back down, the bike was gone. So he was basically giving a bunch of examples that these things happen a lot. People have had to leave their bicycles and bikes outside, then go into a compound to deliver stuff, and by the time they come out, the bike has been compromised or even stolen. So he cannot leave his stuff. And also, he doesn't know me from anywhere, so he cannot deliver food to my doorstep. And I was like, "Yo, but your app says that you can deliver to the floor where the person is staying." And he was like, "No, he will never do something like that. Most of his guys that do the same thing, they do not do that. They will not do that because of security reasons and all of that." And it just got me thinking of how tiny features like this can make an app seem so perfect, right? But at the same time, it's not exactly what it says it does, right? So just imagine the food was delivered to a company, and the company is like floors up, like way up, and maybe the company, they are having a meeting, and whoever ordered the food says, "Hey, I cannot come downstairs. You have to come all the way up and leave your bike downstairs." So this means that the delivery guy would also object because he doesn't want to leave his bike downstairs unless there's maybe like a security guy in the compound who would be willing to pick up the product or watch his bike. So if that doesn't happen, then he will not go upstairs. So the best thing to do in a situation like this is to remove that feature from the Glovo app, right? The whole floor number and all of that. Do something like, hey, this is my house, this is the house address, and also this is the closest landmark to the house. That's enough. You don't have to add floor number or room number or that very direct information, because in so many ways it's, I wouldn't say misleading, but the dispatch riders will not follow the instructions. They will not. So this goes to the rest of you guys who are working on products like this, delivery products that require people to enter addresses and landmarks and stuff. You don't need to add the floor number if you're building for Nigerians. You don't, because again, most of these delivery guys will not follow the instructions there. So that's pretty much what I want to talk to you guys about. And don't forget, if you're building any software, if you're building any app or website and you'd like me to check it out, just send it to me. My email address is hey@iammagnus.com, or just leave a comment under one of my videos and I'll get back to you and take a look at it. So that's the information I wanted to share with you guys. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear me review apps and talk about products that are being built by Nigerians and non-Nigerians as well. I'll see you later. Take care.